This is the Hentai Happy Podcast.
It is man-made. Brotherhood.
Currently raining today, and I'm going to drink my coffee. So, I'll tell you the story about how I got an Xbox Series X from Amazon.com, USA. Well, actually the Xbox Series X was the console that I was highly anticipating because I was defecting from the Sony PlayStation, because of their censorship woes. So I decided to focus entirely on the Microsoft Xbox Series X after I missed out on my chance to get the PlayStation 5. Considering the fact that I was going to use the PlayStation 5 for homebrew, I was like, I don't care about Sony, and I'm going to quash Sony for my personal usage. Anyways, I went to Best Buy America, and I was getting the loop-de-loop, and that was at 12 a.m. Japan time, and it was 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time in America. So 11 Eastern Daylight Time was when supposedly the Xboxes were coming out. But there was a lot of delays, right? The websites are crashing. Best Buy in America was crashing. But then I thought to myself, hey, what about Best Buy in Canada? Let's see if we can get the Canadian one. Which was a false move by me, a wrong move, because Canada's shipping is just insane. If you want to ship, like something that's a 1 kilo or 3 kilos, like I want to ship a Shure microphone from Canada, and it would cost me a minimum of 200 Canadian dollars, which is crazy. Even using Canada Post, their cheapest postal service, so that was a definite no-no for me. So, but anyways, I didn't think of that at that time. I was just seeing Xboxes. So I went to Best Buy Canada, and I got the same loop-de-loop and whatever when I was putting it into cart. And then when I was finally able to check out, I had to do the Visa password authentication sit. And I forget every password because there's like thousands of them that I've done over in my time. And, I just forgot what that password was. I wrote it on a piece of paper and I put it somewhere, but I forgot where I put it. Not only did I forget the password, but I forgot where it was, so I couldn't authenticate my Visa or whatever for that stage. And I remember, too, trying to purchase something from Best Buy Canada, and they refused my Visa because it was Japanese. They're like, only domestic visas here. And I'm like, I might as well try it this time. I got nothing to lose. So after that, I started frequenting the Target.com, which is an American website. Went over there and out of stock. I went to Amazon Canada, out of stock. I think I went to various other retailers. Microsoft.com, out of stock. Just a lot of retailers, and I think you guys had many similar trajectories as well if you actually made it through an Xbox Series X pre-order. I was looking at Modern Vintage Gamers' video about the Xbox, and he followed the same trajectory as me. He was going to the American websites, and then he finally got one off of Amazon.com, and that's what happened to me. So basically, I was on Amazon.com, and I was just waiting there. I waited until it was 11, and then I searched. I followed the link that said Amazon whatever, and they would just bring up Xbox 360s and Xbox Ones, right? Xbox Ones primarily, and just a whole onslaught of Xbox Ones, like collector's edition of this and something of that. But I noticed that one collector's edition had 4 in stock, and then it just disappeared. The stock disappeared by the end of the situation. But anyways, regardless, I kept searching Xbox Series X for 30 minutes. So at that time, it would be 11:30 or 11:30 EDT in the US, right, AM. And because of that, I saw the Pooches, Amazon's slideshow of their beloved dogs. I got to see every single one of them dogs when I searched Xbox Series X. And then finally, at 11:26 or 11:30, between that time, I got the icon of the Xbox Series X. I got the product page link, right? So you got the picture and you got the product page link. You click it, and then you get more dogs, right? You get more dogs. You're seeing a loop-de-loop of dogs. So at that point, I had exhausted probably most other retailers as well. I'd gone back to Big W in Australia to check if they had anything, and JB Hi-Fi to see if they got any restock or anything. Nothing. So after that, I'd exhausted everything, and I was on the phone with my mom, and I was like, "Mom, I'm gonna, get the Xbox Series X," and she's like, "Oh yeah, good luck." And so while I was on the phone with her, I was on the phone with her for a good hour and 20 minutes, I think, and then at the end, it was 11:52, and she's like, "I gotta go." And I'm like, "All right, Mom, take it easy. I'm sad that I wasn't able to get the Xbox, whatever, when you're on the phone with me, and I could describe it to you, etc., etc." So 11:52 EDT in what is it called, America, and 12:52 AM in Japan, right? And then I'm doing a Hail Mary. I'm going to the Walmarts. I'm going to whatever. And Walmart had stock, and then it disappeared. Walmart Canada, Walmart.ca had stock, and then disappeared. And then I went to Walmart America, no stock. So within those, 3 minutes, I went to those two websites, and I got nothing. So miraculously, I decided to be like, oh, I'm just going to click it for the hell of it. I'm just going to see what's going to happen if I click the link again. I expected no results. I was just doing it out of impulse because, I sat there clicking it for a good 30-ish minutes, right? Initially before. And I'd assumed that they were out of stock, but they hadn't put any stock in the first place. So I clicked it this time, and I finally go to a product page, and it says add to cart $4.99. I'm like, oh my god. So basically what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to press add to cart and then buy in a fast sequence, because I know I'm competing against millions of other Xbox fans in America. I know I'm competing against, the bots. I know I'm competing against, people from all over the world that weren't able to get an Xbox Series X. So I just did it as soon as possible. Boom, boom, boom. But I got the dreaded Amazon trial thing as soon as I put add to cart and I said go to checkout, whatever. I got the Amazon trial. I was like, no, I don't want the trial, damn it. It just comes at the most inopportune time. I'm there trying to check out on what could be one of the biggest consoles of 2020, right, and 2021, because of the Bethesda acquisition. So, anyways, I'm doing that, and after that, I solve that problem. I get another screen, and it tells me, we can't ship to your address in Japan. Please change it to an address we can ship to. And I'm like, okay, might as well use my P.O. box in America that usually ships the things to me here. I put that in, and then I get another screen. Another screen, my dudes. Another screen telling me, what is this the right address? Is this the right address that we're shipping it to? At that point, I was like, I just clicked anything. I clicked anything knowing full well that I could probably edit it later. Either I could change the address in the whatever interface, the Amazon interface, or I could call somebody and they'd probably do it as well. Amazon has good customer service, for me. I have good experiences with them. Anyways, after I did that, they asked me to put in my password. They asked me to put in my password after I authorized the address. So at that point, I'm just like fuming. I'm like, whatever. And this happened in a span of like 5 or 10 seconds, everything I did. I'm pretty sure it was like maybe around the 10-second mark, right? I didn't know what I inputted. I just like, whatever address, whatever. And then now they're telling me for my password. So luckily, because I was using a browser that has saved passwords on it, I just clicked on the white, and then it gave me the password for Amazon USA. And then I clicked that, and then it finally got me to the screen. Place order. You're damn right, son. I placed that order. And, I thank the gods that this actually happened. I couldn't believe it myself. And then I made a video. Like, I had my phone in my hand as well because I was talking to my mom, right? And I just had to, grabbed it. Damn it, I was recording it. And then as soon as I clicked the place order, I went on in a crazy rant. I was like, oh, yeah, whatever. Ta-da! And just a nanosecond later. And I went back to see if there was any more stock left. Not because I want to buy it, What's the use of having two Xbox Series X's, Like, I got an extra controller. You can get an extra controller. You could do that. You can get the Elite controller if you want for the Xbox One. It'll work. And supposedly the Xbox One Elite controller is slightly better than the Xbox Series X's controller. I don't know if that's just hype or whatever to justify the price, but whatever, you know what I mean. And I would want, if I wanted to buy anything else, it would be a PS5. But because I wasn't able to get the PS5, I had to enter several lotteries, and the results come out minimum on September 30th. So I'll make an update about that. But anyways, yeah, I placed the order. I made the video. It was like fantastic that I was finally able to achieve this order. And, I was so happy because one of my favorite game companies, Bethesda, I loved Skyrim, to be honest. I loved it. And Oblivion, just amazing games, was acquired by Microsoft. And because of that, I was hoping that, Bethesda would make some great exclusive, well-polished exclusive for the Microsoft Xbox. That's what I'm hoping for. Sony always gets the short end of the staff or the stick or whatever you want to call it. And it looks like this time they're also going to get the short end of the stick. And then there's some people arguing out there that, why would you buy the Xbox Series X when you can get all the exclusives via Game Pass PC? Well, I have a PC in parts laying about here. I haven't built it yet, so la paresse on my situation, I'm very lazy. So I haven't even put that PC together. The parts are pieces everywhere, scattered, brand new parts. I have to fix that. So it's more of an ease of convenience for me. And, you know, it's like a doohickey that you can show girls that come over to your house. Hey, look, I got the Xbox Series X. Can I play with your Xbox? You remember that comment from Will and Grace like 50 years ago? That was hilarious. Oh my god. Anyways, Xbox. You can also use it as a prop, so why not? You know, and it looks cool. It looks like a bookshelf speaker, an oversized bookshelf speaker. I mean, what more do you want? Anyways, so some people are going to the internet and debunking the fact that Microsoft did not buy Sega. Microsoft is coming out and quashing, as they say, the rumor. Well, I have to say that whenever there's smoke, there's fire, guys. How many times have you heard a company deny something, right? You know, be honest about it, and then a few weeks later, it turns out that they actually did buy it, but they didn't want to say anything because of legal ramifications, or they didn't want to spoil the surprise. There's a good chance, I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility, that Microsoft is in talks with Sega to purchase the company. Maybe it's also a bargaining chip, you know? They have to keep the hype down so Sega won't raise the price. Whoever owns Sega won't raise the price. Sega, I think it's Sega Holdings, though. From a long time ago, I know that. It was owned by an American initially, and then it was bought by the Japanese. And there was a lot of trade going on with Russia, you know, just a long story, convoluted story of Sega. But yeah, I wouldn't put it out of the realm of possibility. And, you know, if and when it happens, I wouldn't mind the blue hedgehog having a green insignia or tattoo on his tail. Alright, guys, it was nice talking to you again. You can expect more videos to come out recently because, you know, I've got a pop filter. I'm using the Razer Siren right now. I also have the Razer Siren Pro, but I'm going to showcase many of the mics. I hope they sound great. I'll see you in the next video. Take it easy. Good night, good morning, and good evening. If you found this video helpful or entertaining, you can leave a donation at streamlabs.com/opigame. Or if you want to continue to support this channel, you can become a patron at patreon.com/hentaihappy. Anything and anyone is welcome. Take it easy, guys. Love ya. I mean, really now, I didn't even expect to wake up one day and hear that Microsoft has bought Bethesda. That's just like something out of a dream, because you know that Oblivion ran super great on the Xbox 360, and Skyrim was better on the Xbox 360 compared to the PS3, which always got the short end of the stick. So it's just a dream. So let's talk about the victory lap. So basically, I was kind of curious to see if I could get another Xbox Series X. Just curious to see if it was possible, you know, and I dabble on the opportunity. You know, if I could get the one from the US, what would I do with that one? Maybe I have to pay extra shipping for the proxy, but it wouldn't be much. But, you know, I just wanted to see if I could save 5,000 yen or $50. So I went to the Microsoft store. Everything was going smooth and whatever. And then they asked me for my Visa authentication. I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Buy Microsoft store. Forget about that. I went to Rakuten. Rakuten. They had nothing. They still had Xbox One. This is supposed to be at 12 at night, right? What else? I went to various other places big camera, sold out instantly. Other retailers, Nojima Online sold out instantly. Yodobashi Camera sold out instantly. Most of them were sold out instantly. So I said, okay, I'll go to Amazon and see what happens when I type up Xbox Series X. So I typed it up for probably a good hour or so, and I could get nothing, absolutely nothing. Even in Japan, the actual name of the console is in Romaji, which is alphabet, which is the English alphabet, Roman alphabet, right? And I would get bupkis, right? So after that, after maybe 40 minutes of doing that, I finally see a listing for the Xbox One. For the Xbox Series X. And I try to click on it, right? It doesn't say add to cart or anything. It says currently unavailable. And then I refresh, and then I get two listings already from bots reselling the thing for $2,000 USD, and one is $900 USD. I'm like, oh my god, the bots were so fast. They just snapped up the stock instantly. But let's be clear here. Let's be honest. I don't think Microsoft sent a ton of stock to Japan for the Xbox Series X. It sold out in less than 20 seconds, but I'm pretty sure the sellout was because they didn't have that much stock, because, Xbox ain't that amazing in Japan, if you know what I mean, in terms of sales. So, yeah, that was it. I tried to get an extra unit, and it all fell through, basically. I was glad that, I was able to get the one from Amazon USA, because I didn't have to bite my fingernails when I go to work the next day in the morning and see whether or not I got it, because work has a ton of disruptions and whatever. But it just so happened that all of the sellers in Japan, minus Rakuten, were just selling it at 12 in the morning. Some of them didn't have the listing on there yet, though. Well, I've been sitting on this story for a while. I did post a live commentary about how I tried to get an Xbox Series X on Amazon to my Facebook, and various media outlets used it as a source for their articles, right? But there was one news outlet that said it took 20 minutes for it to sell, and that is not true. It was way under 20 minutes. For Amazon, it was like less than 20 seconds. For other retailers, of course, there was a little bit of quirks here and there with the Visa card entries and whatnot, but overall, the system did sell, and it was probably near like 5 to 10 minutes actually. But they weren't there, so they're trying to make their article different and whatever. But the reason why it sold so fast was, let's take a look at the Microsoft Xbox One sales in Japan. Quite frankly, there's 140,000 sales of the Xbox One in Japan, and I'm pretty sure that Microsoft sent at least 1/4 of that number in terms of consoles to Japan, and you would ask yourself, no wonder they sold out because of such low quantity. But today, there's actually new news regarding the Xbox One, and Japanese developers of cutesy anime girls and lolly and whatever, basically bishoujo games, cute young girl games, have decided to shift from the PlayStation brand to the Microsoft Xbox brand. Of course, both brands are technically American brands because PlayStation has moved to America, but PlayStation has started to impose crazy censorship rules regarding the safety of women on their video games, and blaming the consumer or the customer that buys their console, and condemning them as somebody that is a horrible person and an abuser for buying those games. So I think it was a smart move for Japanese developers to move to Microsoft Xbox, as the brand has yet to place any restrictions regarding cutesy anime girls. Xbox doesn't hate cutesy anime girls up until now, so that was a good move for them. I'm hoping that we can revive Senran Kagura, but the creator moved on to making iPhone games. So what are you gonna do? Hopefully the Marvelous Studios can call him back and tell him, hey, we need you. We need you to do the best creative things you can ever do, because they put many creators, by they I mean Sony and the PlayStation brand, put many Japanese developers out of business when they decided to impose restrictions. And Marvelous lost a lot of money, lost a lot of devs, lost a lot of contractors when they actually made Senran Kagura 7, and they had to scrap the game, and it's never seen the light of day. So we're still waiting for that game. Never here. And there was another game on the Switch that was supposed to come out, but because of all the censorship controversy, I saw it at Tokyo Game Show. They gave me a lot of things. Forgot the name, but that's still in limbo too. So whatever Microsoft decides to do is probably going to be setting the tone for years to come, I would hope, because out of the big three, people always take Microsoft seriously. I think it's because of the OS system affiliation, but Microsoft does have a say, and now they just bought Bethesda. So it's going to be interesting to see how they move forward during these trying times and during these dark times. And you could call them dark ages for gaming, because everything that's explored is being burned to the stake. Replace witchery with cutesy girls and you get the picture. If you're a cutesy anime girl, you're going to be burnt to the stake. But in Sony's case, if you're a roided up trans female, you're going to be kept on the spotlight for them. Anyways, this was Hentai Happy. Thank you for listening. I hope this video made it to you safely, and I hope you enjoyed it. And if you found this video informative, you can leave a one-time donation at streamlabs.com/opigame, or you can become a patron and subscribe to this channel at patreon.com/hentaihappy and become a patron so you can support ongoing videos from this channel. Take it easy, guys. This was Hentai Happy. Good night, good morning, and good evening. Just a quick update, guys. I woke up to a strange email in my inbox, and it just told me that due to the high volume and demand of the Xbox Series X, there's a guaranteed chance that you might not receive it. And I'm like, oh my god. This reminds me of what happened to Camelot 331 when he ordered the PS5. So there's a chance I might not even receive the Xbox Series X, and I've been pushing it this whole time. God damn it, man. I don't want to wait until 2021 to get my hands on that beautiful piece of machinery, man. You know what I mean? Okay, yeah, that was the update. I'll show you the image. Good night, good morning, and good evening. This is Hentai Happy here, and I'm reporting to you live today. Just kidding, I'm not live. But let's check out Story of Seasons Dry Mod, releasing tomorrow. Yes, good day. It is Hentai Happy, and I have some news